I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Palmer's Cardinals going up against Wilson Seahawks. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Check 26, check 26. Tempo. Check 9. 14, run it.
On first down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. Now Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. first carry now. This is Johnson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Not my confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
On second down, Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Now it's Palmer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From midfield now, here's Wilson, finding time. He's going to air one out, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went through it. David Johnson on his way. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do. It was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Let's go, let's go. Blues with the air. Mirror. Sally 19. Sally 19. Sally 19. Sally 19. Deep. Deep.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Deion Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Third and long. It's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Peterson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Let's go, let's go. Blues 58. Blues 58.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got time in the pocket, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cliff Averill, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sally 19. Sally 19. Get ready. Blues 58. Mirror, mirror, mirror.
On second down, Palmer. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bobby Wagner in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Let's go, let's go. Sally 19. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Regular, regular.
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
4 down, 4 down. Get ready. Blues 58. Mirror, mirror, mirror.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for someone to throw to. He was in search of the tight end, Troy Nicholas. And it's 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. and they rallied and made the tackle.
Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And this one through the uprights and good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now it's Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why wouldn't we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Check 50. Tempo. 19.
On second down, Wilson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him, I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On second down, here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Now Wilson on second down, and he rifles one incomplete. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Third and long, it's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Barth puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 95. Blue.
On first down, it's Palmer. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
And is this intercepted? It is. throws. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to do.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. Palmer's hit. Fumble. He loses the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
It's good to make it 17-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Palmer now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Hey. Here we go. Wide. Regular.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. And to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Let's go. Blues 58.
So here we go on 4th down. Palmer, he's got his man, Boyd. 14 yards there on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Sally 19. Let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And his throw is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
All right now. 1, 18. Regular. Check 4. Mirror.
They'll indeed go for it. Palmer, he's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. So they're operating in the red zone.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Big double. Be good, be good, be good. Check the backer.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Gotta go, in and out. Check safety, check safety. Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Shrugs the tackle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Barthon for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 54 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just outstrap you for the football.
Now Palmer on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. Sally 19.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. That is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndrew White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And he'll bang that one through. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
We've got a 3rd and 11. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On third down, Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now come the Cardinals. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58, Blue 58.
On second down, here's Palmer. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 48 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Running back, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Easy.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
19.
And they'll run it here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down, still 14 yards left.
Check 31.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Throwing now is Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Blues 58. Blues 58.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go. Blues 95.
Back to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. Now a desperate, and a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on this.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.